I really appreciate the Rizwan team and Tart and Bill for the opportunity for me to be here and meet all the amazing people. So, Diamond. I'm sure a lot of you, when you hear about Diamond, a lot of you will be excited and many of you will be afraid, especially for a lot of gentlemen, right? For sure. But I promise you, after my speech today, many of you will change your attitude toward diamonds and diamond jewelry. My topic is innovation in the jewelry industry. Before I dive into the detail of how we will be innovating the jewelry industry so we can make jewelry much more accessible and affordable to all of us, please allow me to share a little bit about my story. I came to the US in 2003 for school, and unlike many immigrants, I'm a lucky one. I flew here. I didn't go through boat. But being in America, just myself knowing no one, it was extremely difficult. But I managed to go through the college by working in many different jobs. I was at the nail technician. I worked in an immigration law office. I was a real estate agent. I was in shipping. But what did I ship? I will share with you later. In 2011, that's when I graduated, and I worked for corporate America just like everybody else, college kid, thinking, if you have a stable job, to support myself here in America, that would be amazing already. I mean, I get an amazing offer right after I graduate. So I thought that I would park there. But after 5 years, crunching the number in the cubicle, I had a finance degree. I just didn't think that was for me. And during my school year, I had an opportunity to partner to own my first nail salon, and I sold it after I graduated. Now, in 2014, I thought the nail industry is booming, and I thought about going back to invest in the nail salon industry. So I bought the first salon and the second salon while I was working with corporate America. After the third one, I decided to quit and be full-time doing different acquisition in the nail salon industry. And because of the finance background, I believe that I'm the first one in the nail salon industry that was able to use SBA loan for my acquisition, and I was able to scale to nearly 15 salons within 2 years, and we doing above 30 million a year in revenue. Thank you, thank you. So, what does it have to do with diamond? There's nothing that I mentioned about diamond here. My background was not in diamond. I knew nothing about diamond or jewelry. I didn't even wear jewelry at all. So, I mentioned to you about shipping. I had a chance to help my friend actually ship diamond from the US to Hong Kong for about a couple of years while I was in corporate America too. So, and at one point, my friend asked me, well, do you have a little funding where you can join me? We can do a little venture here. He's an expert in diamond, and he was the buyer. And then I would just help him receiving the shipment from the US from all over the world and ship it to Hong Kong. So I did it for about 2 years. Never thought, really nice. Every month I have different packages of diamonds shipping to my house. And by just looking at it, I had a dream that one day, if I just have a little jewelry store, that would be amazing. And a few years later, my friend said, I'm thinking about moving to America and open a jewelry store. Would you join me? I said, well, that's a great idea. I mean, that's something that within my dream. But it didn't happen. He couldn't come because of the personal situation. So I met another gentleman who is about 30 years in the jewelry industry through a friend connection. And he shared with me that he wanted to open a jewelry store in Dallas. He was in Houston, Texas. There we go. That's my opportunity. So he wanted me to be the operating partner of the jewelry store in Dallas. It's very exciting, but it's also very nervous because I'm very new. I only know diamond because I ship diamond and I look at it every day. I love it. But I did not have much knowledge to really run the jewelry store, but he promised to help me. Now, he failed his promise. He did not help me. The jewelry, especially fine jewelry, is very difficult to start a retail business if you don't have connection, you don't have the right funding, and you don't know your business. So I was swamped, but I learned, because of all the difficulties, I learned to get more knowledge about the jewelry, about the diamonds, and about how to run a retail operation in the jewelry industry. After a year, I thought that the partnership did not work out because the way how he's in Houston, I'm here, and he want to run the business a specific way where that's not my way of how the business ran. So we decided to split up. At the time, because of all the difficulty that I had going through, I thought about what could I do different? What can I create a unique value in the jewelry industry so I don't have to compete with all the existing traditional jewelry retailers? So I share my idea with that partner. I thought about the jewelry rental. It was in 2019. I shared with him, I shared with a few of other people within my team. At the time, they were just, you know what? It ain't gonna work, I said, well, then let me check out, and then I will check in later. We split, and I moved our location to an Asian community where I'm most connected, where the community is underserved. So I found my niche at the time in the jewelry retailer, and I was able to grow to 3 retail stores within 3 years and continue my journey with the salon investment because that's where all the cash flow flowing to the jewelry business. Now, I already shared with you why being a retailer in the jewelry industry is so difficult. And the idea of having the jewelry rental is something that would be the benchmark for me to get back into the mainstream instead of just serving the Asian community. So let me share some fact with you. Currently, the luxury rental market is projected to be expand from 25 billion to about 47 billion in the next 10 years. And the consumer interest in the jewelry rental currently valued at 2.5 billion and is projected to reach about 9 billion in the next 5 years. 22% of the millennials and Gen Z rent luxury product, and that represent about 45% of the market. Currently, very few rental model that is fully insured, that it provide the big collection in the jewelry industry. So this is the right time for us to really start to ramp up on this project. So the idea started 5 years ago, but we really started to work on the project since 2023 because the last 5 years, the very key factor for this program to work is the insurance. And through the retail store business, we've built our reputation in the jewelry industry with vendors, with insurance companies, so we were able to convince the most reputable insurance company in the jewelry industry to write us a private policy for this program. So that's our first success, the benchmark in 2023 that we were able to accomplish that. Why jewelry? We are expressing ourselves. You know, the personal style, it's the symbolize of our achievement. When we wear jewelry, we become more credential. And from there, we will be surrounded with a great network of people. And that could be a lead to a success story. How our program works. What about I can tell you, we can provide the value of jewelry from $60,000 to $300,000 jewelry value a year with just $279 a month to start with. Our company is not just about jewelry subscription. We have different options from where you can rent a piece, or you can have monthly jewelry box, or you could have a special pieces on special occasion event, somewhere from 50,000 to 300,000 pieces of jewelry. It's the diversification of the program. Why am I doing this? To be honest with you, at first, I was just thinking of a solution for me to stay in the business. What could I do different so I can just stay in the business? But the more I do it, the more I go deep dive into the project, I realize that we are actually creating positive impact to people's lives, to the environment, where with the jewelry subscription, we create a circle of flow in the economy and the jewelry industry. With diamond and gold, we can simply recycle and make them into new pieces. One day, I wish that we don't have to mine diamond anymore. We save the earth. We save a lot of child labor. And then the last thing, it has always been in my journey, when I do things, I'm a fan of innovation. Is it about the money that I'm going after? At this point, I don't think so. I think all of us, when we're trying to accomplish something that is bigger than ourselves or achieve our dream, which we're all trying to create something that we can leave behind. And so I am. I really hope that with this project, we can really transform the jewelry industry from where product-oriented to service-oriented, so we can serve more and more clients. Because I really believe that we all deserve to experience the best.